Hello everyone. In this segment, I am going to discuss some practical and useful strategies to overcome cell phone addiction. You can easily self-manage using the tips I am going to discuss in this segment. However, you need to be really motivated to overcome this problem. The first and foremost tip is to have a scheduled phone time to reply emails and messages. A lot of people use their smartphones most of the time, and this can be a huge distractor. Instead, you can have a scheduled phone time. Say once in 4 hours you check your phone. For example, you check your phone at 10 a.m. in the morning, and then 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and then 6 p.m. in the evening. So in this scheduled time, you reply to those messages and emails in batches. This will save you time and put you more in a productive work day. Other than the scheduled phone time, you can do the following things. You can either turn your phone to silent mode or turn off your phone completely. The other useful strategies are to disconnect it from the internet, and sometimes you simply disconnect your phone from yourself. Either you put the phone down in a locker and keep it completely out of your sight. This will help you not to think about your phone all the time. When you check your phones, it is good practice to have a session time of 15 minutes. If you have to use the mobile phone every day for a lot of different reasons, then you should try to limit each usage time into just a maximum of 15 minutes. During this 15 minutes, you should try to answer your phone calls, reply to your text messages, reply to your WhatsApp messages, and access social media sites like Facebook. By the end of the session time of 15 minutes, you should put your phone down and then focus back on your work. The next useful strategy is to create a phone-free time at the home environment so that you can spend more quality time with your family or with yourself. Try to set strict house rules and prohibit the usage of phones during family time, study time, playing time, and dinner time. Make sure that all members of the family follow these house rules, including the senior citizens of the house. You have to teach your children that family time is more important than the phones. And don't forget that this rule applies to all members in the family. It is important that the parents set a good example for the children. Therefore, make sure that you create a phone-free time so that you can spend time with your family rather than fiddling with your phone all the time. Try to remove all unnecessary apps on your phone. People spend too much time playing games on their phone. One of the best way to overcome this problem is to get rid of all the apps, and therefore this will help to reduce their screen time. Stop using smartphone for entertainment and instead try to use the conventional TVs to watch movies, serials, games, etc. One of the other useful strategies is to get rid of the pricey smartphones and buy a basic button model cell phones. By shifting to basic model phone, you may have less functionality, but you will use the phone mainly for communication purposes. You might feel deprived for a few days, but you will have a lot more time to engage in off-screen activities. Some people don't use their phone just for personal reasons, but also for work and handling business. This can lead to cell phone usage most of the time, causing huge disruption to their life. One way to overcome this problem is to have a separate work phone. When you get back home from work, then you turn off your work phone and only use your normal phone as a means of contact. People usually check their phones when they receive notification. Therefore, the best way to overcome this is by setting custom notifications. By doing so, we will not get distracted by notifications from unnecessary apps or any chat groups that are not important. So, set custom notification to these apps and chat groups. Another useful tip is to assign a special docking station in your bedroom for your phone. Most importantly, never bring your phone to sleep with you. Make sure that your cell phone is not in close proximity to you when you sleep. Therefore, you try to assign a special docking station that is far away from your bed for your phone. So this will help you to not look at your phone at night time. A lot of people usually take their phone with them and either put them under the pillow or place it very close to them. The blue light coming out of the cell phone usually keeps them awake. They also spend a lot of time checking messages, watching YouTube videos, or accessing social media sites like Facebook or Twitter. Therefore, when they do these things, their brain becomes quite active. The activated brain usually takes a long time to go back to sleep. Therefore, the sleep onset is quite prolonged by at least 3 to 4 hours. So instead of sleeping at 10 o'clock at night, the sleep onset is usually at 1 or 2 in the morning. Okay. Overall, their sleep quality is disrupted and their performance next day is also affected. Use an alarm clock instead of using your phone as a clock. This will help them not to look into their phone as first thing in the morning, and the alarm clock will help them to wake up in the morning instead of the phone. Research evidence have shown that if you place your phone very near to you during your sleep, you can experience difficulty in onset of sleep, nightmares, and you can wake up several times during the night. Next important tip is when you use smartphones, you can get details of your screen time in your smartphones, and try to get this information from your phone. Check this information in your phone every day, especially time for social networking, reading, making phone calls, etc. Sometimes you can also use applications to control usage. Something like rescue time, app detox are also available to suggest the amount of time you should spend on particular applications and limit your screen time. Next useful tip is to turn off the color in your phone. One way to reduce your interest in your phone with a screen is to change its color calibration to something like a gray. Most people would not enjoy scrolling through this gray screen, and therefore your screen time can be reduced. Lastly, it is important to develop a new productive habit. Cell phone addiction is a habitual behavior, and if you want to get rid of it, you must replace this habit with another good habit. You can do a number of different things. For example, you can choose to read a book, read a newspaper, do some exercise, do meditation or yoga, join a club, and play some interesting games. Like all other habits, the beginning is the most challenging and difficult part. But if you're motivated to do so, you can achieve it. So far, I have listed a number of different strategies which would help to overcome the problem of excessive cell phone usage. But with your self-discipline and motivation, this goal can be achieved and you'll be able to do it. However, If you are still struggling with excessive phone usage and addictive behavior, then you need to get a professional help from a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Thank you for watching this video. If you wanted to watch more health related videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Psychiatrist Prathap, and get benefit out of it. Thank you.